We're vulnerable, we're sensitive, and we're complicated people too. So many people rolled into one. We contain so much creativity, so much energy, so many contradictions, so much confusion, so much clarity, so many moments of faith and fear. So many different characters live within us, all looking for love.
Well, hello there. I'm Rob Bayless. I'm the Associate Director here at Cal Performances. My great pleasure to welcome you here tonight to the final performance of Ailey Camp. Yay! So I wanted to say just a couple of things. The national theme this year for Ailey Camp, all across the country, not just here, Berkeley, Oakland, but all across the country, is unity, national unity. Imagine this concept. We could use a little bit of that. So I wanted to say just a few quick words about unity. One aspect of unity I want to just shout out right now is the unity between Ailey Camp and Cal Performances. Ailey Camp has been here at Cal Performances since 2001. This is the 16th year, so hello, unity. Really important. Another aspect of unity that makes all of this work is people coming together around a shared purpose and a shared cause. And so many of you out there, so many of you have volunteered so deeply, and I want to thank you for that. And it's another aspect of this whole concept of the camp, that it's not just volunteering, it's also that for these campers to do the incredible thing that they're going to do for you tonight and have done all the weeks of this camp, every family member for these campers has to help and come together to support them to do it. So please, round of applause for all of you. I want to give a quick shout out to 4 of our board members who have been super supportive of this process for all of its years. Maris Meyerson, Sylvia Lindsay, Susan Marinoff, and Hillary Fox, who's joined us more recently. Please join me in thanking them for all of their support of Ailey Camp. And one of the things that unifies a performance more than anything, that brings us that unity, is the audience showing up to receive it. So thank every one of you for being here. That's great. Now, tonight, this show, just this one right here, is called We Are They. This is the concept that the students have come up with and that the campus come up with. So there's this concept in the theater called the fourth wall. Some of you may have heard this, where there's this we who are on stage in the land of make-believe, and then there's imaginary fourth wall, and then there's a they out there who are you, who are in the real world saying whether this is cool or not. That's kind of how it's set up. So what we're kind of saying with the We Are They is, we're done with that. This is all of us doing this together, and this is all about real life. So let's enjoy that part. And let's also think about We Are They in this other last little thought, which is possibly the most responsible thing any of us could do right now, is to leave this society and leave this planet in better shape than we found it. That's a big we. So that perhaps we can hand it on to they, who will receive it, nurture it, encourage it, and make it even better than it is at this very moment. So that's what Ailey Camp is all about, and we continue to be inspired by these campers year after year, and by all of you for coming. So on behalf of Cal Performances, thank you all so much, and I want to hand over now to the National Deputy Director of Ailey Camps Everywhere, the wonderful Ronnie Favors.
Good evening, Berkeley. I'll try that again. Good evening, Berkeley. So clearly you're ready to have a good time. I heard you already giving it up, so there's more. Don't worry, it's not just the 3 of us talking. I'm here from New York specifically to bring greetings from the Ailey family at large. Artistic Director of the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater, Robert Battle. Executive Director of the Alvin Ailey Dance Foundation, Bennett Rink, and our National Ailey Camp Director, Nasha Thomas. We have Ailey Camps across the country now. There are 10 Ailey Camps across the country. Some have already finished, some are performing tonight as well in Chicago and Seattle, and then the New York and Newark camps will be finishing up next week. So we're really, really so happy that, even though it seems like, like only 10 cities, but it's a huge, huge, huge family that we've been able to create. And as you heard, our national theme this year is unity, and David will be speaking about that a little bit more in terms of Berkeley's particular take on it. But I just wanted to share with you what I shared with the campers in terms of what I understand about unity. And I wanted to I shared with them this metaphor, a Buddhist metaphor about what's called Indra's net. And it's a net that goes across the entire sky. And in each one of the knots is a beautiful jewel. And so just by virtue of being in this net, each of the jewels is connected to each other. And each one of the jewels reflects the light of every other jewel in the net, which increases its own brilliance, and each jewel contributes to the brilliance of the other jewels in the net. And so this is how the Ailey Campers, you'll see tonight already, are going to be performing. And they have thought so hard about this theme, and they have incredible thoughts to share with all of you about what this means to them. Can I just give a quick shout out to all the parents in the house, all the families? We want to thank you for the privilege of being able to share and work with all of your children and the campers. And I also wanted to warn the rest of you in the house that there's a little thing I like to call like the airbag syndrome. And that means that whenever one of these people's child or nephew or niece or grandson or daughter or any kind of relative, whenever somebody shows up on stage, they kind of explode like an airbag out in the house. That's my baby! Don't do that! They start screaming and shouting, and you know who I'm talking about. So I just want to give the rest of you a warning that this may happen, and if they're near you, it's going to get uncomfortable. But don't worry, because we have scientifically designed these dances to last short enough so that they won't, cut off your air supply too long. All right, so just want to give you that little heads up, because we do like to enjoy ourselves at Ailey, and it's a great honor to have the AileyCampers performing on the same stage where the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater performs when they come to Berkeley every year. This is the great gift that Cal Performances has given to these campers. So with no further ado, I'm going to turn it over to the ever-brilliant Ailey Camp Artistic Director, Mr. David McCauley.
Thank you, Ronnie, and good evening, everybody. Great. Well, it's good to see you all, mostly. I can't really, but I know you're there. Hello, Denise. So I'd written all this stuff down to read to you, but everybody was so dynamic, I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to tell you the general thought about, I'm going to say, first of all, I echo all of the thanks to the donors, the volunteers, the parents, everyone. You make Ailey Camp happen. It's special. And I can do nothing but say thank you. But I wanted to talk about the title, And They Are Us. It just happened, it popped into my mind sometime last year, around the time that the political thing got all crazy. And I was just like, And it just made me think that there's nothing that happens in this world that doesn't affect us in some way. So whatever we do affects someone else, affects someone else, affects someone else. And so that was running through my mind when I thought of that. And I thought about the beauty of Ailey Camp, that they come here, the students work, they're there with different people they don't know, people who have all sorts of different backgrounds, and yet they find a way to talk to each other and understand each other, and they take that back with them when they come home to you. And so that was sort of the basis of what I was thinking of when I came up with this idea of And They Are Us. The writing that I did was a little bit metaphorical, but I was just thinking about us in general as living organisms on this planet. And here it is, it's spinning 1,000 miles a minute. It's whirling through space at 67,000 miles an hour. And yet we're all here, you and me, the birds, the ants, everybody, we're all here. And so when we look at each other, we should see ourselves in each other. And so our creative communications instructor and our personal development instructor, they've been working with the children. They've been writing poems, cinquains. They've done visual poetry, which is out in the lobby. I hope you go upstairs and take a look at it. And the dancers, the teachers have been working, the dance teachers have been working with the kids to make that idea move. So I hope with all of that you will see And They Are Us appearing from your children right here on this stage. And I hope that the next time you go out and you look in somebody's eyes, you take a moment to consider deeply that they are us.
blocking out the pure light of unity. So many of us are slaves to the status quo, blocking our eyes, our hearts, our minds. We follow the illusion we are superior when our lives are the same. Stereotypes perpetuate and feed the hatred of our world. Life is beautiful, prosperous, wholesome. But this curtain of hatred drowns any possibility for unity. We see this in segregation, sorrow, pain, hostility. We hurt each other. We refuse to see ourselves in one another. We even refuse to accept ourselves. So we must persevere. Be kind, be generous to all no matter their cultural background. For when we truly see each other, believe in each other and in ourselves, we learn to love again. have to take deep breaths. To take a deep breath, when I take a deep breath, I will always remember who I am. Personal development is about decision making. Decision making is being able to make the right choices even when it's hard. Personal development has taught me that making the right choices isn't always easy, but you have to be willing to compromise. Knowing how to make the right decisions is important because it helps you get out of trouble and focus on your goals.
Personal development is about supporting one another and being supported. This is also called respect. Respect is hearing and listening to new thoughts and ideas to expand your mind. Personal development has taught me not to judge, but instead to realize that everyone has difficulties. When you respect one another, you're breaking limits and giving yourself a chance to develop, grow, and change the world for the better.
Before the war, we danced. Before the war, we danced, and then no more. Strings of kente cloth, although different colors, come together to create a larger picture, a pattern. A pattern? A pattern of hatred and violence. Is that unity? If we say they are us, then who is they? Who is us? You, me, he, she? What is this unity if we don't know ourselves? To know thyself, then you must know me. No matter the color of our skin, we all bleed the same shade of red. At the end of the day, our battlegrounds will be tainted with the same deep crimson without knowing who shed this blood. To know thyself is to know me. Look past the image, past the face, and see a soul. Now I am you, you are me, and they are us.
but not all is lost.
I am
One ray of light,
red, green,
then clarity began.
black, yellow,
More rays of light followed.
the colors of our people.
Joy, happiness, found in our souls.
I am
We feel delight and joy,
love.
laughter.
I fight for peace
We
and
feel
community.
delight.
I
We
live for my
connect,
ancestors.
we grow,
They hold
we
me as I
prosper,
achieve
we
my
thrive,
dreams.
living
The
as
movement of
one
our
in
people
harmony.
is not yet finished.
We find ourselves
must,
in
I
each
say,
other's
we
inner
must
love and light.
continue to rise against hatred,
We are found by the
segregation,
strength, the will
discrimination.
to love,
We are not
connecting
lost.
inside each
We are
and every
here.
one of us.
I am you and they
are us.
Together we move.
We will move.
We are found. We are united.
I am Banakai Bayideo.
Okay. They always surprise me, and I think I say this every year because I look one day and I'm like, oh, and then all of a sudden, boom, they pull it out and it's gorgeous. You know it's coming. So I would just like to say that Berkeley Oakland AileyCamp is an essential part of Cal Performance's education programs. And throughout the year, they are actively raising the funds to make this happen. So it takes about $350,000, if not more, to make this happen for the campers. Everything is given to them tuition free. It's a full scholarship. Ballet costumes, the tights, the shoes, the leotards, their backpacks, sweatshirts, their camp uniform, t-shirts and shorts, everything is there. We provide transportation for the students who live in Oakland, so we pick them up at Elmhurst Middle School, so you should make a note. So that's the furthest stop we have, and then we make another stop towards the middle of Oakland, and then a last stop at Westlake Middle School before they come here to campus to have breakfast over at Crossroads Dining Commons. So they have breakfast and lunch. We do all of our classes. They have field trips that are just unbelievable. Our friends over at OCSC provide a sailing field trip for them that includes corporate team builder. This year it was Mike Walsh, so thank you, Mike, if you're out there somewhere. And definitely thank you to Anthony Sandberg and the entire staff at OCSC. So they go sailing. So they have sailing, they go, they do the team building exercises on land, and we have a wonderful time. We do another field trip where they go around campus. They just find various things. They introduce themselves to the students, to the professors around, looking for certain items and doing tasks. And it's just sort of part of this subtle thing, don't tell them, to say that the Berkeley campus is your campus, and you can be right here doing everything that anyone else is doing. So we've had several of our campers who have just started at Berkeley. One of the young ladies that will come out later, who's been volunteering for us, started Berkeley this summer, and will be back in the fall moving forward. So, just checking, it's still bare over there. Getting dressed. So let's see, what else did I want to tell you about camp? We do several other things during camp. We have a fashion show, which is a fun time to sort of help the students relax, get wild, be crazy, and get ready for the stage. They get to put on costumes. We set up the stage just like a runway. We have a white runway put down with a long thing. We're out flashing photographs and music playing and color commentation. And they go swimming that afternoon. So just to make it a little more like the summer camp. So they work hard during Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. On Friday, we relax and we do something nice and fun. We also do some things that continue that thread of Ailey Camp of giving life experiences, which that starts at the very beginning with their application, the interview process, coming in, being accepted, starting, getting oriented, and then starting camp. We have a full agenda for them every day. We also know that some of them want to be performers, and so the audition sort of prepares them for what that's going to be like. So we set tables up all across the front. We have numbers front and back, and then we run through all the different pieces that we're going to do so that they can get a sense of what it's going to be like. We also have a chance to see who's going to be able to do what, and then we work with them. And that afternoon, they do a talent show, which is where we found out that Jalen plays the trumpet. So of course, we had to have him play the trumpet. So yeah, but it's a wonderful, wonderful time for the campers. They've been working really, really hard, and I think they're ready to come out right now. So campers, if you would, come out and carefully sit down, take in some of this love that's out here just for you. Well done. Okay, be careful, don't get too close to the edge. Great, great, great. Okay, so there we go. This is your adoring audience out here. So you guys did a good job. Great. So I'm not going to take too long to talk because I want to give you another little present. But I just want to say that it has been a wonderful 6 weeks being here with you, getting to know you a little bit. I know you always wonder, who is that man running around doing X, Y, and Z, pushing the broom across the stage, whatever it is. But it has just been a pleasure. And so I hope that you've enjoyed it. And I hope that you take some of the things that you've learned here and you apply them to all the things you do when you go back to school. So we've been giving you some things that seem like a lot of discipline, but it's good. You're going to be able to use that. You are welcome. So it's going to come in handy, believe me. So without much more, I'm just going to say, Ben, who's been going around taking pictures and movies and things, actually has put together a nice little love letter for you. So I want you to sit here and enjoy that, okay?
Hey, AileyCampers. So, as you guys know, for the past 6 weeks, I've been filming and documenting everything that you guys have been doing. And so I put this little video together to show you how awesome your experience is how much of a fun time we've had. So I hope you enjoy.
Congratulations, campers, on a successful Ailey Camp 2017.
Just call my name, I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry, 'cause baby, there ain't no...
Campers, you've worked so hard to get to this point, so just keep going. All of that hard work, all the complaining, all the whining, all the sweating, all the tears, it was all worth it.
Congratulations, campers, an incredible journey. I hope you remember everything that happened.
Campus, you have been such a joy, so wonderful, feel so rejuvenating, and congratulations on your big day.
Congratulations, y'all. You've been working really hard. I'm so proud of you all. You're gonna kill this performance. Keep it up. All this hard work is gonna be paying off.
I'm completely positive. I think this time around I am
AileyCampers, I am so proud of you. I know that each and every one of you have the capacity to overcome, transcend, and thrive in your life. Make it happen.
I have to shout that I am coming up. I want the world to know. I got to let it show. I'm coming up. I want the world to know. I got to let it show. I'm coming up.
I'm so proud of you all. Excellent job. Love y'all.
Oh my God.
Yay, dancers! I'm so proud of you. Congratulations on putting so much hard work into a great show. Have fun.
Good job, guys. We did it.
We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family. I got all my sisters with me.
Campers, I am so proud of you. You have all worked so hard to get to this point. You should be really proud of yourselves. And remember this, the ones of you that are here, you made it. You lasted. Just enjoy this evening of your success and your reward of seeing yourselves accomplish something you probably didn't think that you could. Miss Ayo is extremely proud of you.
Y'all did it. Good job. See y'all soon.
We're giving love in a family dog. We are family.
Congratulations, camper, on all the work you've accomplished. I'm so excited to see you do well in all your endeavors in life, and I wish you the best. Hey, you made it, campers. Congratulations. Just know that this summer was not easy, and we all did it. You did a great job. You know, I hope you have some lasting friendships and connections. Continue on to do great things.
Campers, you did great. It's been a push to make everything happen, but you held together and you did it. Now you're at the end, and you're gonna springboard into new adventures, and I'm wishing you well. So congratulations. See ya.
We know we don't get depressed. Here's what we call our golden rule. Have faith in you and the things you do.
All right, so did you like it? Yeah, Ben did a great job. Really, really good. So did you. And guess what? We're going to take it home now, okay? So I want you to carefully get up and make your way out and get yourselves ready for Memoria. Okay. All right. Okay, yeah, be careful. Okay, so just another couple of words, and I'm going to take off and go and leave you to see another video. But for the parents, your campers are going to be probably about 20 to 25 minutes before they meet you in the lobby. They're going to be picking up the costumes and putting them away, and then they'll be right out to see you. So we'll try and make that happen as quickly as possible. The film that you're going to see now was actually made for the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater 50th anniversary. This year they're actually celebrating their 60th anniversary. But it is the 50th anniversary that they will have been coming to Cal Performances. So it's going to be a lovely celebration, and I really hope that you will find time to come, see the company that is now doing the work of the man that inspired Ailey Camp. You just won't believe it. If you've not seen them, you have to be here. So I'm going to leave you now. Enjoy the film, and we'll see you in a bit.
I'm Alvin Ailey. I'm a choreographer. I'm a black man whose roots are in the sun and the dirt of the South. My roots are in the blues, in the street people whose lives are full of beauty and misery and pain and hope. My roots are also in the gospel church, the gospel churches of the South where I grew up. Holy blues, paeans to joy, anthems to the human spirit.
Alvin Ailey wanted to celebrate what he couldn't see celebrated. That the image of African Americans, the beauty of it, the enormous talent that was out there was not being seen. He wanted to celebrate our experience, but he also wanted you to know that that's a universal experience. And he did.
Alvin Ailey was born in 1931 in Rogers, Texas. His mother raised him alone. She knew that there could be something better, and she'd probably be able to support her son if she moved to a big city like Los Angeles.
Well, I started dancing when I was about 18 years old, between high school and college. And there was a wonderful lady at our school who did a wonderful kind of thing that she called modern dance.
When I met Alvin, he was part of the gymnastic team. And I said, you know how to start dancing, I mean, because your body moves so beautifully. I got Alvin interested in coming with me to take a class.
So I went out and there found a wonderful man named Lester Horton, who was a genius of a choreographer.
Lester Horton, who was interested in a wide range of dance from different parts of the world in what was essentially a multi-ethnic company.
We were very close, like a family, you know, brothers and sisters. That's the kind of teacher and mentor he was.
I left California in 1954 with the idea of studying with all of the Eastern modern choreographers. Of course, I never made it back to California.
New York was very exciting at that time because modern dance was just blooming. It was just extraordinary.
Alvin would constantly say there was a need for a modern dance company that really talked about the African American experience.
The first concert was given in 1958 with a company called the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater.
I think the 1958 performance at the 92nd Street Y changed the way people thought about dance and what it could be.
He brought the African American experience onto the concert dance stage in an accessible way that had never been done before.
in 1960. Alvin premiered a work called Revelations.
In any time, from any culture, from any race, Revelations is a masterpiece.
What it does to the human spirit is something mysterious and magical at the same time.
Nothing says Alvin Ailey more than that work. There's a truth there that just doesn't change. It doesn't evaporate. It doesn't get old with time.
When he started his company, it became a repertory company, not only the works of Alvin Ailey, but you had this great variety of dance styles, dance theater that Alvin was bringing to his public. And that is one of the hallmarks of the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater.
The Ailey Company has really been so instrumental in fostering new choreographers here in America.
All his dances came with different backgrounds, and Alvin was such a wonderful choreographer and arranger that he fused these different things within his repertoire.
There has never been a modern dancer like Judith Jamison, period. And the minute she showed up on stage, the place went wild.
In 1971, I made a dance called Cry, dedicated to all black women everywhere. I was fortunate to have one of the most extraordinary young dancers I've ever met, a lady named Judith Jamison, who is now one of the reigning stars in the world of dance.
I've never seen someone that was so elegant. She could stand on the stage and move her arms, and it was beautiful.
She was one of the greatest dancers in the history of the 20th century. She was unbelievable.
When Alvin asked me to take the company, he just says to me, you know, I'm not well, and I'd like you to take over the company. And I said, sure. And that was that. Sure, of course. And he got sicker and sicker, and he died. And then 5,000 people showed up at St. John the Divine to say goodbye.
Okay, Berkeley, Oakland AileyCamp 2017. Y'all did a magnificent job. Magnificent. Lovely. So, I would like to introduce you to all the people who made this happen. So if I could have the AileyCamp staff come out, please. Oh, gosh. So, yes. Kudos to each and every one. So I'd like you to meet our guidance counselor, the wonderful Kulwa Apara. This is Mr. Derrick Minter, our modern dance instructor. I love it. Derrick has been with us since 2002. He went off to New York for a while to direct Ailey Camp Staten Island, and he came back to us, and I am so, so glad and so proud. This is the unbelievably beautiful, talented Mama Naomi Diouf. Mama is one of a kind. I can only say she is one of a kind. She teaches these children not only African dance, but African culture and music. And this year, at the Ethnic Dance Festival, she was awarded the Malonga Cascalord Lifetime Achievement Award. So congratulations, Mama. Wonderful. This is Ashley, and I forgot to say that, hold on. My brain left me because I didn't have my Cal Performances envelope in my hand. But Mama has been with us since 2003, constantly. So for 15 years, she has been here working with us, and I can never thank you enough. This is Miss Ashley Gale. She teaches jazz for us. This is Ashley's first year with us. And Dr. Ayo Walker. She is teaching ballet for us, and this is Ayo's first year with us as well. Another new staff member is Ms. Eloise Gerken. She is our personal development instructor. I love it. And over here, the lady responsible for bringing out all this beautiful poetry, Ms. Thea Matthews, our creative communications instructor. Much talent right here. We have a really special group right in here. This is our group leader section. Our group leaders are with your campers every single day from the time they arrive to the time they go home. So these are some very, very special people. This is Masataka Aita. Mr. Isaiah Dunn. Miss Kimber Amadi. I love it. This is Mr. Eric Lee. And last but not least, this is Mr. Spulu. Now, Spulu is an Ailey Camp alum. Spulu was in Ailey Camp in 2005. He volunteered for us for several years. He started San Francisco State, and when he got that first year under his belt, I hired him as group leader, and he has been with us for several years. So very proud of this man. A wonderful artist, dancer, choreographer. Yes. This is Dr. Zachariah Diouf. He's part of the rhythm that keeps Ailey Camp moving and bubbling and all that sort of good stuff. We are so proud to have him with us. Thank you so much, Papa. This is Mr. Madhya Diouf. And Madieu, who is the son of Papa Zach and Mama Naomi. So you've guessed that Papa Zach is Mama Naomi's husband. Madieu has been with us since 2002. So I have watched this man grow, start a family, start a business. He's an accomplished musician. It's just excellent. So, excellent. And this is Mr. Mohamed Kouyaté. And we are always happy to have Mohamed with us. So I'm going to keep moving. Okay, she's fast. This is Richard. I love it. I better speed it up. This is this is Mr. Richard Riley. He is our accompanist for ballet. And this special young lady is Miss Amber Lee. And Amber is the young lady I was talking about who is just in her first year here at Berkeley, and I congratulate you. Amber was also an Ailey Camp alumni. Ben here is an Ailey Camp alumni. Ben is our videographer and photographer for this year, and he will be starting, I see you've got the tools of the trade already. So Ben is going to be starting UCLA in the fall. This is Miss Hasna. I almost changed your name.
I know.
I don't know where I was going with it, but I was going. This is Miss Hasna Ansarullah. Hasna was also an Ailey Camp alum and is graduating Berkeley High this year. And so I'm going to be asking what her college plans are. We'll see. UC Davis is the plan. Okay, good. Here we have Miss Isabella Mara. She is also an Ailey Camp alum. And Isabella will be starting UC Santa Cruz in the fall. And okay. All right, I'm going to introduce her now, okay? This is Miss Jocelyn Hall. Oh, that's my sister. That's her sister. I'm getting old, hon. That's all I can say. This is Miss Lauren Hall. She was here before Jocelyn. Not why I called you Jocelyn, I have no idea. But I almost did it again. See, Lauren is also an Ailey Camp alum and graduating Berkeley High? No? I go Skyline. Oh, Skyline, wrong school. But you're graduating this year. No? Junior? Yeah. Okay, see, when I get it wrong, I get it real wrong. But anyway, this is the magnificent Ailey Camp staff. So we have tons of volunteers that come and help us. And there is one more person that I have not introduced, and that is our Ailey Camp Managing Director. This is Miss Patricia West. So yes, you're welcome. So, yeah.
Oh, thank you. It's been a pleasure to work with everyone, the staff, the campers, the families. So I just want to say thank you, and we're so proud of you, Ailey Campers. You guys are amazing. Congratulations. Congratulations. And, you want to come out? Is that, sorry. Thank you. Okay, and we can't forget about, of course, one more person. So, David, Mr. David, this is for you.
So thank you. Uh-oh, I'm surrounded. Here we go.
Ajalia, alale kajalia da. Ajalia, alale Jaliyada. Ajalia, Jalino, Jaliyada.
David. David has introduced all of us, given us all the credit, but that's the person he is. He doesn't take credit. That's the humanity in him. That's the human being in him. He is our rock. He is our pillar. He is the one that keeps us coming back every year. He's the one that makes us, train your kids with the love, with the, humility, develop sensitivity, and he's always keeping us grounded to take your kids and make your kids our own, even for the people who do not have kids. So that must be a good person doing that. If you can teach the people who never had kids to feel like they have kids, that's a great thing. David, we talk about Ailey Vision. David has made Ailey Vision a reality, and he keeps doing that. And we are so proud to be under his wing, and we continue to want to be under his wing. So Derrick, on to you.
Oh my God. Well, when I was a student, before I came to New York, once I got to New York, I was watching a rehearsal, and my eyes caught Mr. David, as we called him here. And ever since that day, I had always wanted to be under his wing. And at one point, he took me and taught me that first year before he moved out and left to New York. But I remember that he's always had this gentle spirit, this gentle heart, and he always reminded me of Mr. Ailey. Mr. Ailey was always caring, and you could see Mr. Ailey in the rooms, but David always represented the same kind of spirit Mr. Ailey represented. And that was one of the reasons why I found a mentor, a friend, and a man that I always looked up to. And I appreciate you for all the years you've given me.
Yes. Let's give Davey, the drummers, thank you. Everyone, drummers, thank you. I know. Yes.
Thank you, Mama, and everybody. So I'm holding it together so far. I'm just on the edge, but that is such an honor, such an honor. Thank you. But we're not done celebrating yet. We have another special celebration that we're going to do, and it's the first of its kind, and Miss Patricia West is going to introduce it.
So earlier this evening, we shared about how Ailey Camp is only possible through the generosity of many individuals and institutions that ensure that we can offer the program on a fully tuition-free basis. So this year, one of our board members, Eric Allman, along with his sister, Kat Allman, and their spouses, Kirk McCusick and Glenn Snyder, decided to establish the Catherine F. Syverson Endowment for Ailey Camp in honor of their mother, who passed away in 2015. Catherine was a longtime volunteer for Ailey Camp, and she helped with interviews and costumes and so much more. Catherine was also a lifelong educator in the public school system, and this fund will support Ailey Camp to ensure quality costumes and performance wear for every camper. Additionally, this fund was established to create the Catherine F. Syverson Award for Ailey Camp. So this award will allow CAL performances to cover the cost for one camper each summer to continue their creative and personal development training with another program after their experience at Ailey Camp has ended. They may go on to pursue endeavors in dance or poetry or social justice, anything that was inspired by their time here at Ailey Camp. And the awardee was nominated by all the faculty as someone who demonstrates dedication, focus, compassion, leadership, and has a constant drive for learning. This particular camper works towards excellence, and you can see that clearly in her work. So this year, we are thrilled to present the first annual Catherine F. Syverson Award for Ailey Camp to Selma Apata.
Hi. I would like to thank my mother, who I love. Good evening, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for coming. I want to thank everybody in the Ailey Camp staff for being here on their summers. Thank you. I didn't know this existed. Thank you. And I'll also thank my fellow campers for being awesome and for being here with my people. Especially my Group P, Poppin'. Thank you. And we got the best group leader here. Here we go. He smells good. I'd like to thank Miss Patricia, Mr. David for being awesome too. And thank you all for coming out tonight. Thank you.
Great. Well, as you can see, Selma commands the stage. So, with that, I want to say to everyone, indeed, thank you for coming. I hope you had a magnificent night. Your children will be out to see you in about 20 minutes or so. So please take a chance to go upstairs and see the visual poetry that's on display in the mezzanine lobby. So thanks again, and I wish all of you a great, great evening.
We are one big family. No one will have to beg to eat. If we live in a world of dignity, no man will have to live on the street. If I tell you you're a part of me, there's no need for disbelief. He is my hand to let you know. Of all the opportunities